All right, good morning. It's Saturday, April 26th, around 11 a.m. The controller mic I don't know, in the collar makes a comeback. I listened to the audio last video. I liked it, and also I think it looks kind of funny. So until I actually get a new mic, this is just going to be it. This will be the move. This is like my signature move, just the controller mic. I think it's funny. On to the actual content. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is... So last week, I decided to join my wife in doing OMAD. OMAD's working, I think, pretty good. It's the same concept as like intermittent fasting, just kind of helping me regulate what I eat. I'm still doing my daily protein shake intake with my scoop of protein powder and my milk and whatever. Recently, I've been doing it with coffee, and it's pretty good. I actually got to say, I got a recommendation from a friend of mine to use the gold standard whey protein powder, and I think it just straight up tastes better than the ISO 100. Either that or I've gotten used to the taste of it. Because I just kind of, this morning, I put more than I usually do. I put 2 scoops instead of 1, and I barely mixed it. And I just tried some of the powder, just kind of on its own. I think it tastes actually pretty good. It tastes way better than the ISO 100 one, even though the macros are like marginally worse. Yeah, I think it's perfectly worth it. So diet's going pretty good. Still doing modified OMAD, basically 1 meal a day in my protein powder in the morning, with my milk. Something really interesting this week, I guess, is I did a 1-day fast on Thursday. So I ate, I think, around 9-10 p.m. on Wednesday. I had a little snack because I knew I was going to be fasting the next day, and then I fasted the next day all of Thursday. I surprisingly did not feel as hungry as I thought I was going to feel. Most of Thursday was just totally fine. I had a little bout of hunger at some point, but it was okay. But I woke up on Friday, and I was waiting to eat dinner because I didn't eat all day on Friday. I just kind of had dinner, and I was ravenous by the time dinner rolled around. But I guess that makes sense because I was going on the second day not eating. So, in general, because of, I think, the OMAD and just not snacking, I've been running a pretty big deficit. In the beginning of my diet, I think on week 2 or 3, there was one week or 1 or 2 weeks where I feel like I wasn't upholding my diet super well, so I went on a super big deficit for 2 to 3 days. And I think that had a much bigger impact on my mood and my energy levels than the 1-day fast on Thursday. And even just eating less in general for the last week. I think that's really interesting. It seems like my body's adapting to just having a little bit less calories, and my mood and my energy levels and all that other stuff isn't really taking too much of a hit. So that's really good. I think that's just kind of an adaptation, in addition to like losing less weight, so just passively needing less calories over time. So the next thing we're going to talk about is so I've got a fun graph on a suggestion. In the last video, I decided to use ChatGPT to create myself a graph. And after several attempts, I actually got a pretty good looking graph that's better than the Google Drive graph. I'm gonna go over it right here. So I've got weight composition over time. So you can see that ChatGPT did what I didn't, which is they kind of separated out the dates, or it kind of separated out the dates a little bit better. So we have the beginning of the month all the way on the left, and then I've been actually measuring the last 2 weeks. So in theory, if I was keeping up, there should be a bar graph somewhere in the middle between the first and the second one, but there isn't. That's okay. We'll deal with that over time. You can see that the drop this week, so from 180.2 to 176.2, it's pretty substantial. I don't know how I feel about this like 4-pound drop in a week. Because the 1 week, kind of like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, where I had that big gain, it was like 3 pounds. And I was like, it's probably not a big deal. It's probably just water weight. But dropping 4 pounds, I think, in a week, even with water weight, feels kind of concerning. Now, obviously, on the bright side, my muscle percentage actually went up, right? So from last week to this week, I lost like basically 0.9% fat, which is a lot. And proportionally, my muscle has gone up. I don't doubt that my absolute muscle weight has somewhat atrophied a little bit probably in the last week. I mean, it's 4 pounds of weight. Like, I've definitely lost some muscle. even if it's just like 0.1 or 0.2 pound, right? It's like something. So, mild concern. Maybe I'll eat a little bit more this week, just to kind of, I don't know, stave off any negative consequences of this. So yeah, pretty good check-in. I'd say, in spite of it being a mild, maybe health concern, 4-pound loss in a week, pretty good. I've officially passed my halfway point from 200 to 155. So, wow, very cool. So yeah, that trend will continue. I have every intention of having it continue. Yeah. Expect more content.